Buenos días a todos, Oyster-Adams. ¡Woohoo! Un aplauso para nuestra nueva escuela. Today, our students and I will address you first in Spanish out of respect for our bilingual mission and out of honoring our ancestors who have brought us to our doors today. So you will hear us all en español primero y en inglés después. Buenos días a todos. Me llamo Carolina Brito y tengo el placer de ser nuestra directora, continuando el legado histórico de la primera escuela bilingüe del nordeste del país, Oyster-Adams. Tengo el honor de darles la bienvenida al nuevo campus. Como orgullosa líder de las escuelas públicas de D.C., quiero agradecer a la alcaldesa Bowser, al canciller Farabee y al resto de los líderes de nuestra ciudad por acompañarnos en un día tan especial. No solo es el primer día de clase, sino también el primer día en que estos espacios de aprendizaje se llenarán de nuestros estudiantes, brillantes, bilingües y bendecidos por su nuevo hogar. Gracias por darnos un espacio que refleja ese compromiso con nuestro pueblo. Cada primer día presenta una nueva oportunidad para recibir a los estudiantes con alegría y con propósito. Hoy más que nunca en este edificio y este momento histórico, oímos la llamada de los valores de nuestra escuela. Actuar con integridad, vivir con gracia y liderar con el ejemplo y pensar globalmente. A partir de hoy, los estudiantes aprenderán a ser líderes y defensores de sus pueblos dentro y fuera de estas instalaciones. Y sé que dejarán nuestro mundo mucho mejor de lo que lo encontraron. Ahora les doy la versión en inglés. Good morning, everybody. My name is Carolina Brito, and I am delighted to be the school leader here at Oyster-Adams Bilingual School. Welcome to the sparkling new home of our Adams campus. Woo-hoo! As a proud DC public school principal, I want to say thank you to Mayor Bowser, Chancellor Farabee, and the rest of our city's leaders for joining us and supporting us on an extra special day. Not only is it the first day of school, but it's the first day that these reinvigorated learning spaces will be filled with our amazing students. Every first day presents a new opportunity to welcome students with joy. But this building represents the perfect place for us to demonstrate our school's values, act with integrity, live graciously, lead by example, and think globally. And from this day on, students will learn to lead inside these walls and outside, and I know they will leave our world much better than they found it. It is now my pleasure to bring up one of our amazing students, Valentina Ferreira.
You got it, Valentina.
Buenos días. Mi nombre es Valentina Ferreira y soy una estudiante de quinto grado aquí en la escuela bilingüe Oyster-Adams Campus Adams. Thank you all for visiting my school today. It looks pretty great. Aquí en Adams tenemos los mejores estudiantes brindándonos la mejor educación bilingüe posible y ahora tendremos aulas que reflejan eso. I know it took a long time to make this place special. I want to thank all leaders in DC who work to make sure fellow Tigers and I get to learn all amazing spaces. Me gustaría mencionar una de esas líderes ahora, la alcaldesa de Washington, D.C., quien se asegura que las escuelas como la nuestra tengan los recursos para mí y mis compañeros tener el éxito en la vida. Please give a warm welcome to our Mayor, Muriel Bowser.
Oh, thank you, Valentina. Awesome.
Good job.
Thank you. Let's give a big hand to Valentina. You did amazing. Buenos días. Me llamo Muriel Bowser, alcaldesa de Washington, D.C. Welcome to Adams. It is my pleasure to say to everyone, happy first day of school in Washington, D.C. We otherwise call it the best day of the year. And we know that we have a lot of excited children across all 8 wards that we're welcoming to our classroom. So please give a big special welcome to Principal Brito for her leadership here at Adams and Oyster. Give her a big round of applause. I want to recognize all the teachers and staff of Oyster-Adams and all of our teachers and staff across the city. Give them a big round of applause. I also want to recognize the other school staff and those supporting the schools, our bus drivers. Let's hear it for the bus drivers, the ones that work for us and for Metro, crossing guards, school resource officers, safe passage ambassadors, so many, many people that we have seen across the schools today. We also had so many community members who came out across all 8 wards to clap in our students. Let's hear it for the community. These are parents, grandparents, neighbors, and everybody who remembers the joy of the first week of school. I also want to acknowledge our amazing, awesome public education team that worked for all of our students. I want to start with the Chancellor of DC Public Schools, Chancellor Louis Farabee. Thank you, Chancellor. I also want to thank the Deputy Mayor for Education, Paul Kine, who's behind me. Thank you, Deputy Mayor. The Superintendent for Education, Dr. Antoinette Mitchell. Thank you, Antoinette. As well as a big team. He's an honorary public education team member, especially this time of year. And that is the leader of our real estate and construction arm at DGS, Delano Hunter. Thank you, Delano, for your leadership. I also want to acknowledge our council member, Brianne Nadeau. Give Brianne a big round of applause for always focusing on the schools in Ward 1 and making sure we have all the resources that we need. So our schools, we know, are a bright spot in our city. Beautiful facilities that over the last 10 years, I think we've invested over $4 billion into transforming our facilities. People walk into our schools and they think they're in small colleges. And they kind of are, right? Because they're training the next generation. Not only are the buildings beautiful, the staff are highly prepared, engaged, and ready to welcome our students with love, but also with high expectations. And it's paying off. We're seeing the results. Last week, we shared the great news about our statewide assessment, also known as DC CAPE. We saw significant gains in both English language arts and math, with the largest increase in proficiency since the pandemic. Let's give everybody a round of applause. And for all of our middle graders, that's even greater news because they have exceeded their pre-pandemic levels of performance. So let's give the middle schoolers a big round of applause. So we have the right investments to keep that momentum going. $2.8 billion to support DC public schools and DC public charter students, and $270 million to support pay raises for DC teachers. We have also spent $2 billion for even more school modernizations with this year's budget. So this here at Adams is a $71 million investment, which has allowed us to add a 4th floor, a dedicated gym, a reading terrace, and more to a building sitting right in the heart of a beautiful neighborhood, in bringing a 108-year-old school, a much-needed improvement. So I want to thank all of our teams who've worked so hard to ensure that our kids have a joyful start. I want to wish the very, very best to our teachers and staff, to Principal Brito and the whole team here. Thank you you for all that you are doing for our students. It brings me great pleasure now to recognize your council member, who will be followed by Director Delano Hunter. Thank you. Councilmember Nadeau.
Thank you, Mayor Bowser, and congratulations, everybody, on reaching this day. It has been a tremendous effort. I want to take a moment to acknowledge our ANC for the area, Howard Bollicky. Thank you, Commissioner. Let's give the Commissioner a round of applause. He was ANC before this project started, and he's Commissioner again now to receive it, and it's nice to see the progress, I'm sure. I want to take a moment to thank not only everybody that Mayor Bowser thanked, but to thank the community for your patience throughout this process. It's never easy to live next to a construction project, but hopefully it makes it a little bit easier when you know that the end result is this incredible learning space for our children. Just a few years ago, when I came to visit Adams on a regular basis, it would be because of leaks in the classrooms, or a flood in the gym, or a sinkhole on the playground. But today, our children return to this building with everything in perfect order, with a brand new attic floor with classrooms, with a brand new playground, with an incredible communal space. And this building truly is a work of art. So I want to thank everybody who helped with its creation and design, because truly, I never could have envisioned what we ended up with here today. Our schools are not just buildings. They're places that our children come to learn and to grow. And when they're not in their best form, it's very hard for children to focus, to learn, to feel safe, and for parents to trust in the education children are getting. We no longer have to worry about that in this building. We know that every minute spent here is going to be a joyous one, and that our school community is ready to learn and ready to be back. I want to congratulate Principal Brito for being able to take the reins of this incredible building. And I want to give one more thank you to the Department of General Service, who has worked tirelessly on this property even before the modernization, to ensure that it was a place that everybody could learn safely and in a dignified way. Thank you. And now I turn it over to Director Hunter.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Delano Hunter, and I'm proud to serve as the Director of the D.C. Department of General Services, and we're really excited to cut the ribbon on this beautiful facility. As we like to say in DGS, we aren't in the brick and mortar business. We're investing in flesh and blood. And we're excited of the role that we are playing in educating future generations of scholars. So I want to take a moment to tell you a bit about the school and the specs that you'll see. But first, I want to thank folks that helped make today possible, both our sung and our unsung heroes. It takes a team. This is a team effort. Every team needs a leader. Our head coach, our GM, our captain, our leading scorer is our mayor, Muriel Bowser. So I want to thank her for her support. Also want to thank our education partners, Dr. Farabee and his team, Patrick, Oni, and Lisa for their great partnership. Our state superintendent, Dr. Antoinette Mitchell, our deputy mayor for education, Paul Kine, and our council member, Brianne Nadeau. Also, I want to thank the unsung heroes, the folks that have worked tirelessly. And when I say tirelessly and overnight, I mean tirelessly and overnight, not just at this school, but across a number of schools. So if you can, I want to make sure you recognize, please raise your hand to be recognized. Our first DGS Deputy Director of Capital Constructions, Osei Headley. Our Operations Manager, Gina Bellina. Aaron Foxworthy, who leads our DCPS Capital Program. And also Dana Budd and Crystal West, our DGS project managers. And as you've heard, we have a very thoughtful design that incorporates the rich history and legacy of this school. So we want to thank our design team, Studio MB. Please raise your hands to be recognized. Last but not least, as you've heard, this has not been the easiest site to do construction. We call it a postage stamp size site here, but they made it happen. So I want to give a special thank you to our general contractors, Consigli Construction and Keystone Plus Construction. I think Carlos will say, please raise your hand to be recognized. All right, so now I'd like to tell you a bit more about this facility. This is a $71 million investment, not just in our children's education, but also their future. And as you can see from the outside, the shell of this facility is steeped in history that we sustain, and inside it's a modern marvel. This is a school that is student-centered and has top-tier amenities. The school features classrooms with smart boards, Discovery Commons for flexible learning, a dedicated gymnasium, outdoor classroom space, a full commercial kitchen, a new synthetic turf field and playground, creating a dynamic and inclusive learning environment. Be on the lookout for what we call the Jewel Box. This is an addition featuring the library. It's called the Jewel Box because it's an above street level and encased by glass. It's simply spectacular. We constructed this site with sustainability in mind, and we are targeting LEED Gold. And this project integrates energy efficient features like LED lighting with daylight harvesting, green roofs, and bioretention areas. What we know at DGS is it's not just what you do, it's who you do it with and the way you go about. And we're very proud of our mandate by the mayor to support our certified business enterprise. In this project alone, there was over $33.9 million in contracts awarded to certified business enterprises, representing nearly 48% of the total amount. And 263 DC residents were employed at this site. So we are really excited. This is just one of several new facilities that we'll be cutting the ribbon on this week. So don't venture too far. With that being said, I'm sorry. I also wanted to thank John Stokes, and I wanted to thank the community as well. I wanted to echo, thank you for your patience. It's not easy to be next to a construction zone in such tight quarters. Thank you so much. You've made all the difference in helping to deliver this world-class facility. Now I believe we're going to have a student that will introduce our chancellor. I think his name is Chris Miguel, and he's an 8th grade student. Let's give a hand for Chris.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Chris Miguel Contreras y yo soy un estudiante aquí en Oyster-Adams. Es emocionante estar aquí hoy en nuestro nuevo campus. Trabajamos con empeño todos los días para aprender tanto como podamos en español y en inglés. Y nuestros maestros se esfuerzan al máximo para prepararnos para el éxito. Pero nada de esto sería posible si no tuviéramos líderes que realmente se preocupan por la educación y respaldan esa prioridad con inversiones. Ahora me gustaría presentar al micrófono a alguien que aboga constantemente por lo mejor para nuestra escuela y para todo DCPS. Por favor, den la bienvenida al canciller de DCPS, Dr. Louis D. Fairby. Espera. There. Good morning. My name is Chris Miguel Contreras, and I'm a middle school student here at Oyster-Adams. It is so cool to be here on our brand new campus. We work hard every day to learn as much as we can in both Spanish and in English, and our teachers go above and beyond to set us up for success. But none of that would be possible if we did not have leaders who truly care about education and back up that priority with investments. Now I'd like to bring to the mic someone who constantly advocates for only the best of our school and all of DCPS. Please welcome DCPS Chancellor, Dr. Louis D. Fairby.
Good job. Well done. Let's give Chris Miguel another round of applause for that amazing introduction. Happy first day 2025-2026. It feels great to be back in school. If you can listen carefully, you hear our young people on the playground. Doesn't that sound great? It sounds amazing to get our students back in school. As a teacher, a student, parent, and as the chancellor of DC Public School, it's nothing like the first day in the nation's capital, and always a special time here. I also know that it's a very busy time for us all, and it's so amazing to have a school leadership team that has agreed to host. Thank you to Principal Brito and the entire team at Oyster-Adams for hosting us today for this ribbon cutting. I know it is not easy to host on day one, but you all have hit the ground running. So let's give administration and team here another round of applause. Really excited about it. Thank you to our fearless leader, Mayor Bowser. Thank you for being here with us as well and your leadership. As Mayor Bowser mentioned, this is not only a celebration of the first day of school, but this is also a celebration of historic gains on DC Cape. And that's something that is applause worthy. So let's give it another round of applause for our amazing progress. It is a testament to our teachers, our students, our educators, and our greatest partners, our families. As a parent of a DC public school alumnus, I will tell you there's nothing like sending your child to school here in the nation's capital. And it's nothing like the first day of school. So, question, does anyone remember their first day of school as a kindergartner? Raise your hand if you remember kindergarten. A little sketchy, right? Well, I can tell you I do. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my first day as a kindergartner, why it was so important to me, because it was the first time that I realized that I had parents who were educators. So as a kindergarten, being brought to school, it was a realization that both of my parents were educators and that they worked in a school, but just not my school. I was very unhappy as a kindergarten that I couldn't go to school with my mother. And I found out we were actually going to different places. But that day and every day since, I realized how important families are to our school and an integral part of our school communities. So we clapped it up for our students today, this morning on their way to school. We also clapped it up for our families, but let's give our families another round of applause for helping get our students to school every day, getting them on time, because we know that every day counts. To our Oyster-Adams Tigers, your school looks amazing. You have new modernized classrooms, a refreshed field, new library space, and also so much more that we're excited. Thank you to Director Hunter, who's also a proud DCPS alum, for all of his hard work, his leadership, and to his colleagues at Department of General Services for making this incredible new space and all of their support across the DCPS portfolio. Thank you, Director Hunter. Let's give him a round of applause. To Deputy Mayor Kine, Dr. Mitchell, Councilmember Nadeau, thank you for serving as amazing leaders for our students and our families across the nation's capital. And now it is our pleasure for the ribbon cutting. Who's ready to cut the ribbon? All right, let's go. Thank you all. We're looking forward to an amazing school year in DCPS. Thank you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.